Marvel's Ironheart entire series landed 1 week ago today, so in this video, we will break down and review the brand new series featuring Riri Williams, the young genius stepping into Iron Man's shadow. Or is she? Let's explore what makes Ironheart a bold new chapter in the MCU, whether you agree with it or not. Ironheart brings us the story of Riri Williams, a 19-year-old engineering prodigy from Chicago who builds her own Iron Man suit in her dorm at MIT. The show wastes no time in introducing Riri as a force to be reckoned with, intelligent, determined, and unapologetically herself. Spoiler warnings for the entire show ahead as we're going to break it all down. In episode 1, we get a quick recap of the events from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, where Riri was first introduced. We pick up with her back in the US, where she's working on upgrading her suit. We also learn a little bit about how her father and her best friend Natalie's death affects her. And don't worry, we will see that plot line again and again. By episode 2, the villain begins to emerge. It's Parker Robbins, aka the Hood, who brings a mystical twist to the tech-heavy world Riri is used to. His dark magic versus her raw intellect creates a unique tension we really haven't discovered too much in the MCU, and that part does feel fresh. One of the big reveals in the first half of the season is that Disney's Han Solo actually plays Zeke Stane, which is Obadiah Stane's son, and in a nod to the fans, he casually drops that his dad was the Ironmonger, which is the first mention of that name in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Mid-season, the show starts to explore Riri's emotional core, especially her relationship with the aforementioned late father and her mother and the community around her, and of course her best friend Natalie. We see flashbacks that flesh out her motivations, and Dominique Thorne's performance really does shine here. She brings both vulnerability and confidence to the role. By the final episode, we fully get a upgraded iron suit, a sleek red and silver masterpiece that pays tribute to Iron Man but clearly carves out a new path. The finale brings us the reveal of Mephisto in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Riri's big showdown with the devil. Well, she sells her soul to save Natalie. So how does Ironheart hold up? There are some goods. Dominique Thorne is perfect as Riri. She brings authenticity and charisma. And the suit designs are pretty awesome. They're sleek, they're modern, and loaded with cool tech. What are the cons, though? The pacing feels all over the place at times, and while you watch the show, you feel it as part origin story, part redemption arc to her character. But no, by the final episode, you realize it's a full-on tragedy. The tragedy of Riri Williams and how she cannot let go of the past. She creates an AI version of her best friend from her memories, from Riri's memories, not her friend Natalie's. Then she puts Han Solo in jail for crimes he didn't necessarily commit. The only reason she chooses to stop the Hood in the end is because he is going to kill her family, not destroy the city. She doesn't care about that. And in the end, she makes a deal with the devil. It's clear they want to do more with the character, although I wouldn't be surprised if this gets put on the shelf. Whether you like it or not, and I personally am somewhere in the middle, you can't accuse it of being just another MCU Disney Plus show they push out. With that said, Riri Williams is far away from Iron Man's legacy. Throughout the movies, it's talked about Iron Man not giving up himself to save the world, and eventually he does that. While Riri Williams' character still has time to get to that point, we are way far away from that. The writing, it also seems pretty lazy at times, like the whole villains plot where they're going to make you sign a paper to give up your company and don't call the cops. That's pretty lazy plotline for them to follow. With all of this said, if you're an MCU fan, do I recommend you watch this show? Honestly, no, probably not. If they choose to do more with the character of Riri Williams in the future, maybe. But if all that intrigues you is the Mephisto that's been teased in the MCU once or 3 or 700 times, then just watch the final episode. Well, what did you think of Ironheart? Am I way off base? Should I maybe give it another watch through, understanding now that it's a tragedy and watching it with a different lens? Or am I pretty accurate in my critiques of the show? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and don't miss our next breakdown.